This is Dr. Devya once again welcoming you all to the channel Human Sense. Now, in continuation to my past introductory session on human sense, I would like to welcome all of you to this another session of mine titled Human Test. As I told you earlier, that through this human test, you would get a platform in order to understand whether you want to continue this journey with me through this channel Human Sense or not. And then you'll be better able to verify on your own that yes, you want to understand the process of self-verification and self-exploration or not. Because this is a process of understanding our own self and then understanding the entire universe, the entire nature and existence. So welcome you once again, because when we talk about the human test, then certainly you must have a kind of feeling whether I am going to succeed or not. But dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, and all my dear students, I must congratulate all of you that you are very much close to the success in this human test. Why? Because your curiosity, your intensity, your readiness, your willingness, and your entry into this human test in itself signifies or proves that you are very much prepared to go ahead with this journey. So I welcome you once again. Now, ladies and gentlemen, through this session, I would like to focus upon a few various important and fundamental basic aspects of human life. So if I consider the students, let us start with the students. So when any student is ready to appear for the interview process, then an interviewer asks the interviewee a very simple and basic question: what is your goal in life? So we as the mentors, we as the guides, the trainers, in a very subtle manner, make them understand that for this you'll have to identify your interests, your desires, your passion and your abilities, and then also in due course of time, while converting or transforming your abilities into skills, you must know and understand that what had been your achievements of life, and then accordingly you can better identify and define and refine your goals in life, right? And similarly, when any professional or any common people asks the other individual that what is your goal in life, then also the same answer comes that you must understand your interests, abilities, desire, passion and skills in order to set your goals in life. But my friends, this seems to be very simple, but it is not as simple as it seemed to be. Why? Because if you think deep within, you will be able to understand that all our interests, all our desires, our passion, our abilities, all our skills, or our vision are governed by our previous thoughts, preconditioned thoughts, beliefs and assumptions, and we are governed by the thoughts and the guidance of our parents, the elders. I am not saying that this guidance plays a very important role, but to some extent we are actually governed by the others. The people, the friends, the relatives, the colleagues play a very important role in molding our thoughts, and on the basis of those guidelines or the suggestions, we take the decisions. So we actually are not taking our real decisions. We are not able to get what we really want. So this is the reason we find that there is a gap between what I am and what I really want to be. So this is the question from all of you, that do you find a gap between what you are and what you really want to be? Try to realize within. Do you find any gap? And if yes, are you ready or willing to bridge this gap between what you are and what you really want to be? Because I agree that the religion, the society, the science and the education have made tremendous efforts to fill the lives of human beings with joy, happiness, peace and prosperity. But still, why do we see anger, ego, depression, sorrow, anxiety, a dilemma, state of confusion all around? Still we are in a state of dilemma, the violence all around. So do you want the answers of these questions? If yes, then yes, certainly you must continue this journey with me through this channel Human Sense, because we will be discussing on similar very important issues through this channel and through the various important sessions. So you must know your own self first, This is very important that I am using this term I or the self. So, are we aware of our own self? Just listen to the inner voice. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is very important question. I have given you one question, that do you really want to bridge the gap between what you are and what really you want to be? This is the first question. If yes, then you can go ahead with this journey. And similarly, have you been able to know and listen to your inner voice? If not, I'm going to tell you, just feel within. I'm going to, state few lines, share a few lines within, which is there within myself, and you can, resemble those lines, which is always there within yourself. Just listen to this voice or my inner voice. I am alive. In addition to my body, I'm always aware of my aliveness. I can perceive this aliveness in sensing my feelings, my emotions, thinking, desiring, feeling, believing, etc. All these emotions are there, and that is why I can feel my aliveness. I am in coexistence with my body. My body is just an instrument for me. Thus I say, I am happy, I am sad, I am very unhappy today. It is solely I who governs every human being round the clock. I am the primary reason behind my happiness and unhappiness, joy and sorrow, success and failure. Ladies and gentlemen, but the irony is, I am not aware of my own self. Despite being the supreme controlling power of life of every human being, I am still an unknown entity to you. I do not have any physical existence, and this is the reason science has never accepted my existence. This is the irony today, right? So science has always given significance or importance to the brain, but brain influences only 10% of your life, and rest of the influences exerted on your life are solely because of mind and mind alone. So this is the inner voice. You can feel aliveness within. You can see that there is something which you call as jivana or I or mind, which is there within you, through which you are leading your life. These are coming out in the form of emotions, in the form of various thoughts, in the form of various imaginations which are there within you in the form of self. If scientists say that brain actually sends the information to various glands, and then the hormones are secreted whenever the emotions are there, whenever there is feeling emotion, then the hormones are secreted, and then actually the chemical reactions take place. But when you must give a thought in this direction, that where do the emotions come from? The anger, the feeling of jealousy, then the hatred, the love, affection, care. What do you think are the sources of these emotions? So there is something which you call as I or the self. And if we are not aware of the self, how can we decide that what do we want in life? What is our goal in life? How are we going to play our role in life? So these are the answers which are to be answered by us only, right? So our second question is that, are you ready to understand your own self? If yes, then certainly you must join this journey with me through the channel Human Sense. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there is another aspect of life that we must understand, that what are the levels of our living. So I am giving you a rough idea or very primary idea that there are 4 levels of our living. Number 1, myself. I have to know and understand myself, and accordingly I have to nurture myself. Second, my family. Then from the family the relationship starts. So what is the role of relationship in life? Are we able to fulfill the expectations of relationships in life? How are we going to fulfill these expectations in life? This is very important to understand. There are 9 emotions or the feelings which are there within us, through which we fulfill our different kinds of relationships. Relationship between oneself and the other self. So it starts from the family, and then it is extended to another level, which we call as the society. So when we talk about the 4 levels of living, then the first one is myself, then the family, then the society, and then nature and rest of the universe, the existence. So when we completely talk about our real role in life, the real objective in life, then certainly we have to live at all the 4 levels of existence. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the thing which we are going to discuss in various forms, in various ways, through which we can extend our roles, we can know the interconnectedness in nature, how all the units are related to each other, how we perform our role, and how we are going to contribute towards this nature and towards the entire existence. And then which ultimately leads to ultimate happiness, ultimate joy, peace and prosperity. Ladies and gentlemen, and my friends, and also my dear students, let us be connected with each other through this beautiful journey of mine that I have adopted, I have started, I have initiated, and I want that all of you join this journey so that we can help each other in understanding our role in society, not only in the society but also in the entire universe. So through this test, if you qualify this test, if you understand that all the answers are coming in yes, that you want to understand the self, you want to bridge the gap between what you are and what you really want to be, you want to understand what are the 4 levels of existence and how can you live at all the 4 levels of existence, if you want to understand that how you are going to contribute towards the entire universe, what are the 5 dimensions of work through which we can contribute towards the development of the entire society and then the entire existence, and also how can you play a very important role in development of your own self, which is the key to the entire existence. Then, ladies and gentlemen, you can continue this journey with me. So my next session would be very specific sessions. As I told you, through Human Sense Part 1, I would be directly interacting with my students. So for them, my first session is very specific session, and I would like to share the title with all of you. Note down the students, I request all the students to note down this title, Redesign Yourself for Refined Hiring Trends. You know that the hiring trend has changed a lot. So you have to redefine and redesign yourself for the refined hiring trends. So this would be the topic of my presentation, my interaction with all of you through Human Sense Part 1 for the students, and for the rest of the segment of the people, the topic would be Who Am I? So let us start with understanding our own self. So wish you all the best and see you in the next session, Human Sense Part 1 and Human Sense Part 2 for rest of the individuals. Thank you.